So for my 52nd birthday, I woke up in the morning about 5 o'clock. I was wondering what I want to do with my birthday. My wife and kids have been asking me, like, Dad, what do you want to do for your birthday? I didn't have a really good idea. So anyway, for the last about 65 days or so, we wake up early every morning, going for a long walk for about 45 minutes. So this day I start my walk as normal. I was kind of left the house and kind of walking my usual path. I said, well, it's probably a good morning to do some steps. So as I was thinking about the steps, I said, no, since it's my 52nd birthday, I should really have a go at doing 52 sets of steps. Now, about 65 days ago, I could barely manage 5 sets of steps. So I set in my mind, said, okay, you know what, I'm going to do 52 sets of steps. And I've got to the park here, and the way I track my steps is I have a pile of rocks down here. Okay, so what I've always done is I started off this, I had like 10 rocks, and I moved them from one side of the water bottle to the other side, and that's how I track my steps. So today I got 26 rocks, and the idea was to move them one by one to one side and move them back, and thus the 52 sets of steps would be tracked. So that was the intention. So I get here in the morning, and I get 26 rocks, and I look at those 26 rocks and go, wow, there's quite a few rocks there, but I can do it. And then I start my training, or start the exercise. And in a moment, I'm going to walk you through exactly what my mind was saying to me as I did each set of steps. So the way I track my steps is every time I complete a up and down, I move one rock over here. So the first 5 are pretty straightforward, because I've been doing this about 65 days now, and so not too much of an issue. Now, the book I'm listening to right now is called The Fourth Turning. Not the most inspirational book, a very reflective book. It's about the cycles of life and the impeding things that can happen in each cycle of life. Each cycle of life is 100 years with 25-minute periods that we should all be aware of. So very reflective, deep thought type of stuff. But hey, it's a book I was listening to when I started this, so just carried on listening. So I get to about kind of halfway through here, so these rocks are kind of piling up over here. So about 10 or 12 sets here, and I start thinking, well, man, this is gonna be a lot of work. Right, so where in life does the mind start to play mind games? Now remember, I set a goal of 52 sets of steps, which means down and up is 1 set. But now I'm starting to wonder, if could I shortcut this? Can I get away? And I've also put it on social media, so I've already declared I'm doing these 52 sets of steps. But now my mind's kind of wondering, well, do I have time? Maybe I can just count a down and up as, two sets, right? That way I don't have to do 26 and maybe kind of half the work. But I'm only cheating myself. But you've got to be aware of what the mind does. The mind looks for reasons. So, well, do I have the time? Well, it's my birthday. There's nothing else really planned for today. So yes, I do have the time. But anyway, so the work continues. So I get to the end of the first, half of this, and then I'm thinking, okay, all these thoughts kind of coming up about life and regrets, and man, I wish I had done this, I shouldn't have done that. So as you're kind of doing these exercises, especially over a long period of time, lots of time to kind of think, and I'm listening to this kind of audio about cycles of life, and like here I am kind of 52, I haven't achieved this, and compared to a lot of other people I haven't saved that much money, and got about 8 weeks ago, give or take, got to find out I had diabetes, and man, I wish I had just been doing this health stuff a lot sooner. So you get kind of halfway through this, and like, okay, can I justify completing my 52 steps? Well, no, not really, because that's not what I set out to do. The goal was 52 sets. So I kind of convinced myself, no, halfway through, I got to do the rest. So I get to the bottom of the steps here after my 26th, and I thought, this is a good time to have a quick break and shoot a kind of quick video, kind of reflections of what I've been thinking about, and I come back up again and start again. So now I'm going back the other way. But now I switch the music. Now I put it onto my workout inspirational music, and it all starts with the Rocky music. I don't know if you remember those Rocky themes, probably some of the best inspirational workout music. So here I'm now listening to Rocky and the training montage, and I kind of make my way up the stairs, and I think, you know, it would be so cool that when I finish this 52 sets, I'm gonna come up and do that Rocky victory leap in the air, like that stuff you see in that first movie. So now I'm thinking of the end. I'm thinking of what the end's gonna look like when I actually get this thing done. So now I'm kind of pumped up as I do my first set of steps, coming back now the other 26, much more invigorated, and I can see these piles of rock now kind of diminishing. Now I'm kind of far more motivated, far more inspired. I see a result now. It's on the upward trend here. And now I just start thinking of, well, how long do I have to live, right? I mean, 52, I mean, that's definitely that kind of that age where you don't know how many more years you get. So now the deep thoughts of life, and you know, what have I done in my life, and is my way, life, what's the meaning of life, and all those kind of questions you might ask yourself when you're doing something for an extended period of time. And so in the back of my mind, I still got this Rocky music playing. Then the Rocky music turns into Tour de France, the theme music in there. So now I'm coming down to my last few rocks. Now I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'm almost there. The goal is at hand. And the reality is, I've been tracking this every step of the way, right? Every set down, every set, I'm moving a rock. So without the tracking, there'd be no way to really know what just got done. So tracking is critical when you are working on doing something. It is a measure of the productivity, right? The productivity isn't the result. The productivity is what are you willing to do to produce the result. The result for me today, the goal was to complete 52 steps. The vision is a healthier version of me. The goal today was 52 steps. The tracking separates the bullshit from the truth. It's the actual work that's getting done. So here I'm coming up to the last set of the rocks now, and now it's just down that one more, that last rock.